Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to talk about how weed can cause you reoccurring daily anxiety even when you're completely sober. So if you haven't seen my other videos, I recommend you go watch them because it describes how weed causes your anxiety. Your awareness is focused on your heartbeat, and then you start to think about it. Am I having a heart attack? What's wrong with my heart? What's going on? Your brain reacts to what your mind is currently focused on and how you're thinking about the thing that you're focused on. So here's an example that you can use to kind of understand. When you're running outside or you're doing some kind of heavy duty exercise and your heart is beating, you don't get worried that your heart is beating so freaking fast because you know and you believe that it's beating so fast because of that exercise that you did. So there's no worries, there's no stress, there's no anxiety, and you're not worried about your heart beating so fast. But when you're smoking weed and you're sitting there in a chair and then you just start to feel your heart go a little bit faster, then a little bit faster and a little bit faster, then you start to focus on it, and then you start to worry and stress because you're like, it shouldn't be like this shouldn't be happening. Why am I feeling like this? This is not good, this is not good, I'm having a panic attack, I'm having a heart attack. And because you're saying that stuff in your mind and that's what you believe is happening, that's why your brain is reacting with even more anxiety and more stress, and then that leads you to a full-blown panic attack. And because you had this nasty, horrible panic attack while you were high on weed, you never want that to happen again. And so this is what happens in your daily life. If you feel any symptoms or similarities to what you experienced during that panic attack, that's gonna remind you, holy shit, am I having another panic attack? I'm not even high, what's going on? And now you're doing the exact same thing while you're sober as you did when you were high. So you're starting to focus on your heartbeat, you're starting to worry and believe something's wrong, that you're having a panic attack, and now you're starting to believe that weed has changed you and is going to cause you panic attacks forever, for the rest of your life, and that you need to go to the doctor now and you need to go get checked up because something's wrong with your heart, and you start to really believe that something is wrong with you. And then so you have a panic attack, or you have just massive anxiety in your normal sober life. And then if this happens to you once while you're sober, it sucks, because then you start to really believe that something is wrong with you and that weed changed something in your brain. Meanwhile, it didn't. It's literally being caused by the exact same thing that you did while you were high. You're focusing on it, you're believing that something is wrong, you're expecting your heart rate to get worse and worse because you think something's wrong. So weed can teach you so much about the things that you feel and about your stress and anxiety, because what happens during weed is the exact same thing that happens while you're sober. Weed just intensifies your awareness. If you haven't seen my video where I described weed as like a laser pointer, a burning laser pointer, and versus a weak laser pointer, go watch that video. It'll be in the description or in the top right corner of this video. And while you're sober, even though you're not experiencing hyper-awareness, you can still become very, very focused on something, which can basically act as hyper-awareness. In your everyday life, you're usually just distracted by so many things, but when you really put your mind onto one thing, you're causing yourself hyper-awareness without the need of marijuana. So the exact same thing that's causing you anxiety and panic attacks while you're high on marijuana is the exact same thing that's causing you anxiety in your everyday sober life. Now, I'm sure there's people that have real, issues in their brain that are causing them anxiety and stress, but for the majority of people, it's caused by your awareness, what you're focused on, and what you believe is happening in a certain situation, because that's what your brain reacts to. Think of your body and mind as a car. Your body is the car, your brain is the steering wheel, and the driver is your mind. The brain goes wherever the mind directs it to go. You have complete control over where you focus your mind. Now, this is a skill, to focus your mind. Not many people have this skill because they're so distracted in their everyday lives. They get a notification on their phone and instantly that device pulls their focus and awareness to the device. Something else happens and their focus goes somewhere else, and they just never have complete control over their mind. They tell themselves, I want to get so much done today, I want to do this and that, but then they have all these things that just grab their awareness, grab their attention, and pull their focus away from what they really want to focus on. So most people don't have great control over where their awareness goes and just the focus of their mind. But if you practice this, you can practice things like meditation, and all meditation does, to me and my belief of it, is it helps you develop this skill where you focus on literally nothing. Your mind goes into a certain direction, you start to think about the car you want to buy or the girl you want to date. Nope, you bring it right back into just this dark patch in between your eyeballs, You start to think about something going on at work. Nope. You just think about the black that you're staring at. And then you'll start to think, oh, I'm starting to feel hungry. Nope. Bring it right back here. So you can do things like meditation and just constantly be aware of where your mind is going and then snapping it back to where you want it to actually go. Anytime you start to feel an initial symptom of anxiety, you want to distract yourself immediately, like literally immediately. You want to start putting your mind somewhere else, start focusing on, okay, I'm going to pull up my phone, start scrolling through Instagram, whatever. You want to distract yourself immediately before the symptoms get any worse. Anyways, guys, if you want to learn more about anxiety, check out the rest of my videos. I have many different playlists on social anxiety, health anxiety, weed anxiety. You can also go to anxietyblueprint.org, download my free ebook on anxiety, how to overcome it. You can check out my anxiety blueprint cards that has a bit of information on how anxiety is caused. It's the back. You can use them as bookmarks, keep them in your wallet, keep them on your bedside. My next video coming out, Awareness 101, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. I'm going to be giving away 3 of these cards to each person that wins. So make sure you watch out for that video, Awareness 101. I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care.